How's everybody doing? Welcome to Bravo with Sheila. Hey. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Bravo with Sheila. Tonight is a great night. Here on the East Coast, I hope that wherever you are well. Listen, it's a great night because we have someone special in the house, but I need to let you know we have been having some major difficulties trying to get a signal and to get a good Wi-Fi signal from Ghana. And so I don't know how this show is going to go. I don't know how long we'll be able to be on. I might have to reschedule this. We have been on. We've been doing this for the last almost hour, trying to see if Charmy had could find a good spot for the Wi-Fi. But it seems like, I don't know if that's going to happen. So she's dropped off once again. She's on and off. There's a big delay. A huge delay when we're talking to one another. And so I don't know how we're going to do this. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get through the program. I really want her on the platform because it's about her and about what she has to share with us about Ghana. I'm going to pull up something. If she's not, I'll set up something and pull it up and try to reschedule her if she doesn't get back on. Listen, I'm so happy that you're here. Those of you in the chat, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Those of you in the bleachers, up there in the balcony, there you are. And those of you in wherever you call, where you are circling and spacing around. But I'm so happy that you're here. And as you come in, would you please be so kind to hit that thumbs up? That thumbs up really means a lot because it pushes the content and it messes and trickles with the algorithm. And we need you to hit that thumbs up. So I am texting her and she's texting me. And she's trying to get back up and back on. So let's give her a couple of minutes. I am so happy that you are here. I really appreciate your patience and just seeing if we can get her here. If not, like I said, we're going to have to figure out another way to bring her back. In the meantime, let's just open up Bravo. Stay right there. We are back. I see that she's here. I don't know. Let me see if I can bring her up. Let's see. Charmy, you are on the air right now. I don't know if you can hear me, but the guests are in the chat. They are here to see the show. I'm not sure if you can hear me. If you can hear me,
I can hear you.
You can hear me. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Oh, you got a finger up. Oh my goodness, she's here. Yay. Okay, so let's move quickly. Let's talk. We don't know how it's going to stay stable, but I'd like to introduce to some of you. Some of you may know her and think some of her friends are in the chat, but this is Charmy Ingram. And I know you guys remember me talking about my Uncle Jack on the platform a lot and how he passed 100, 102. He was 100. Listen, he was moving and
103.
103. He turned 103. And that
Mm-hmm.
you know how much I talked about my uncle. Well, this is his daughter, one of his daughters. She is my first cousin, and
Granddaughters.
yeah, well,
Granddaughters.
I always say
Grand.
daughter, right? Because I get y'all all. There's so many
Yeah, I know.
Ingrams in Philly. It's a bunch of Ingrams in Philly, and I get them all mixed up in terms of
Yes.
where they're
Shout out to the
placed at.
Ingrams.
Yes, a lot of Ingrams in Philadelphia. So anyway, people in the chat are greeting you. They're saying hello to you. Sarah Taylor's in the house. Let me put up a couple of
That's my
comments so
sister.
you can see.
Hey,
Sarah
sister.
Taylor is saying, I'm happy. Your niece woke me up from our nap. I know. Oh my goodness, it's late in Africa. I know. We are so happy that you are here. I'm telling you. Then we have my ride or
Thank
die here.
you.
And then Ninya, she's my ride or die, cuz wherever I am, she is in these YouTube streets, always supporting your cousin. And we have Vaughn. Eric, where's your faith? He's always riding, dying with me. He's saying hello. That track that you heard is a new track he sent me, and it was hot, and I'm loving it. And it was
Okay.
absolutely perfect for the theme of this show with that beat. You know, it was
Mm-hmm.
straight into what we
Yes.
are, where we are. And so we have, who else do we have here? Michelle Spain. Let's say hello and greet Michelle
Hey,
Spain.
Sean.
She is in the chat. We got some folks up in the bleachers, the balcony, the spacey place, but they are
Wow.
here. Sometimes folks don't like to come into the chat, and that's okay. Just hit that thumbs up for
Mm-hmm.
me. And listen, we are
Yes.
streaming on two platforms. We are here at the Sheila Ingram Ministry Network, where that's the Christian channel, and we're streaming here on Bravo with Sheila Network here over here, where we go back and forth, right? But nevertheless, I am so happy that you are here, cuz, and I want to just let you guys know that my cousin fell in love with Africa some years ago, and she never stayed home. Every time she would communicate with me, she was like, cuz, I'm back in my home. And when she said that, I knew she was talking about Ghana. And so she just said, you know
Yes.
what? Why not just pick up everything? Let me just pick up everything and just move to Ghana. And so she is a resident of Ghana. I told her she got dual citizenship, the US and Ghana.
Not yet.
No,
Not
but it's
yet.
coming.
Not
It's
yet.
coming. It's
Not yet.
coming. I'm speaking by
But
faith.
it's
I'm
coming.
speaking
Yes.
by faith. You know me. I speak by
Yes.
faith. I call those things
Amen.
that be not as though they
Yes,
were.
you do.
So it is coming. So listen, I
Yes.
want you to
Amen.
share. I
Yes,
want
it
you to
is.
share with our viewers and listeners what it was that attracted
Mm-hmm.
you to Ghana. When did you start traveling to Ghana?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so hello everybody. My name is Charmy, aka CC. Not too many people in Philadelphia call me CC, but they do here in Ghana because it was easier to give them CC because my name would get messed up all the time.
Well,
But
tell them your
anyways,
beautiful name. Tell them your beautiful
yes,
name.
I'm here in Accra, Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
Charmy, Charmy is my name.
That's part of your
And
name.
as I
Okay.
said, CC is like a little nickname. Um, More so for here because, like I said, people would mess up my name, so it was easier to just give CC. But anyways, so I've been coming to Africa since 2017, December 2017, before the year return. What motivated me to come is I have, well, my girlfriends. I have two girlfriends. One who passed away a few years back after our trip to Ghana, our first two trips to Ghana. So we traveled. They invited me. Two of my friends invited me to come, and I was like, okay, I'll go. So I helped plan the trip, and we just came. We just took it on a whim, and we just came and just to see what it was all about. And we were nervous. We were scared. We had all the thoughts in our mind about the lions, the tigers, and the bears, and the Tarzan jumping from the trees, and monkeys everywhere. So we didn't know what to expect, but we're so happy that that we came, and I'm very happy that I came because I got to enjoy the time with my one of my good friends, one of my best friends who passed away of breast cancer, maybe about 2 years after our first trips, because we went in 2017 and we had so much fun that we went back in 2018, March of 2018. So then after March 2018, it was my birthday because my birthday is in March. So we celebrated my birthday. And then after that, I just kept coming back. I just fell in love with it. I liked everything. I felt safe. I love the weather here, the food, everything. And I just kept coming. I took a leap of faith and came on my own one year, I think 2019. And I went to South Africa after that. But it was something about Ghana, something that just kept bringing me back. So it's 2023 and I'm still here. I'm still traveling back and forth. Every chance I get, I'm here. And it's not that I don't want to go to other places, but Ghana is my first love, my first African love, if I must say. I tell everybody that. So I'm
That's
here,
great.
and that's what motivated me to come. Africa was not a place in my mind for a long time since I was a little girl or nothing like that. It wasn't. If it wasn't for my friends, I don't know. I don't know if I would have made it here, but I'm just happy that I was invited and I came. And I didn't know what to expect. The people here is nice. The food is yummy. The weather is nice. Everything about it is sweet. I mean, there's some negatives, of course, but for the most part, it's safe. No gunshots.
Yeah, yeah. So first, I think she's gonna drop off, but then I told her if she does to come back. And if she does, let me just put this up and just let's wait for her to come back. Give me a second. Uh I think that it's great that she was brave enough to travel. And I think that we should all travel and see different parts of the world, especially Africa. Hey, Sir Hale Speaks, thank you for being here. So we hope that she'll pop right back up. But in the meantime, let's look at this and then she'll be able to speak to it probably when she comes back. So, life in Ghana, there's 5 reasons why it's worth. And if you guys sort of thumbnail, it was saying it talks about the exodus to Ghana. Uh, Here you are. Okay, so I am showing the
Yes.
slideshow. I'm showing the slideshow now, so we can talk to this, and then we'll take some comments from the chat. So, life in Ghana, 5 reasons why
Okay.
it's worth moving. 5 reasons why it's worth moving. And so these are things that Charmy and
Mhm.
I have talked about. And so here's a couple of reasons why. Warm and welcoming culture, right? Ghana is known for its friendly people and vibrant music and dance and delicious food, as Charmy just said, and the breathtaking landscapes.
Yes.
Experience a
Let's not
new way
forget
of
about
life.
that.
And it's a new way of
Yes.
life. So let's talk a little bit before we go to the next slide about the new way of life. Because when we spoke, you talked about how so many people from the US it's an exodus. You called it, it's like they're just
Yes.
leaving, and there's so many Americans there now. Talk a little bit about that.
Oh yeah. So yes, we definitely call it the Exodus. As we all, not all of us, but a lot of us are transitioning from the United States, from Canada, from UK, from all over to move to Africa. Not just Ghana, but of course Ghana is like the number one hotspot at this point. But of course, other places like South Africa, Uganda, Rwanda, Kenya, all those places. I mean, Africa is the place to be. It's a hot spot for us. I'm not prejudiced or anything, but it's for us, meaning us black people. You know what I'm saying? It's for us to
Mhm.
come home and just see. If you don't like it, that's okay. You know, I'm not gonna say don't come back, but you know what I'm saying. At least come one time and check it out and see where you're from. See the people. Meet the people, meet the culture, eat the food. But just come one time. I encourage you to come at least once to see what it's all about.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Ghana is calling a whole lot of people. And I can only really speak for African Americans because I'm in a lot of groups on Facebook. So I see that they are transitioning, they're taking chances, they're packing up, they leaving. I mean, some leaving with just $5,000, $2,000. And they say, you know what? I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make this happen for
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
They're taking chances. A lot of people are tired of the United States. They're tired of the racism. They're tired of um, the broken promises from our presidents and other people who lie to us and say they're going to do certain things and they don't do it. So people getting fed
Mhm.
up, and
Yeah.
I think it's not just that. Of course, people curious. They're very curious about Africa. They want to know what it's all about, and
Absolutely.
um, unfortunately, the stigma that was shown to us, back in the States with the babies with the flies and the babies with the big stomachs and the mommies and the daddies and babies hungry.
Yeah.
That's that's not what you see. And that doesn't mean it doesn't exist here, but we don't see that. We do see poverty here, but not that level of poverty. I have never
Hmm.
seen that in my life.
Okay.
Um, but I thank God that and I thank God for my friends who invited me, because I would have never known. I'd have still had
Yeah.
that mindset of some people, not all, that think that, Africa is just, dirt and
Yeah.
trash and, hungry people. That's not true.
Absolutely.
That's not true at all. What I can say is in
Yeah.
Ghana, there's a food stand on almost
I
every corner.
understand that. That always call you your sister. Uh-oh. There's the black spot again. She might, oh, she's back. Good. Okay.
I'm
Go
back.
ahead. Carry on. Go
So
ahead.
yeah, I took my jacket off. I'm hot in here. It's hot in Ghana. So that's what's one of the reasons why I love being here too, because it's hot all year round. We're in rainy season at the moment. So what I do love is that it's cool around this time. It's very cool, very
Hmm.
chill. But I'm hot, maybe because I'm nervous.
Yeah.
But the weather is nice, it's sweet. Rainy season, I have never been here during rainy season, so this is my first time coming kind of early and staying through the summer months. So from
Right.
like maybe April until the end of August is rainy season. So it's just rain,
Right.
rain, 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 rain. But you love it. You enjoy it. It's not like a all day thing. It comes and then it leaves and then you're good. But it brings wonderful cool weather versus the summer, when their summer come, which is like maybe November. When November, December come, oh my gosh, it's the same weather y'all getting right now in the States. That's what you feel when Ghana summer come. It's very hot and sticky and dry, and I mean, I
Well,
love it. I
let
can't
me
complain.
ask you a couple of questions. So we have some questions in the
Sure.
chat, but before we get to the chat, first I want to say I remember you telling me about your friend who passed away. So, sorry for your loss, because I know what it's like to lose a very close friend or people in general that are close to your heart. So,
Yes,
condolences, cuz. The other thing is, I
thank you.
understand what you're saying about Africa, because I had woke up one day and says, I want to go to South Africa, right? I was like, where does that come from? But before I went to South Africa, and I went by myself, they're like, well, who you going with? I said, I'm going by myself.
Right.
But before I
Mm-hmm.
went to South Africa, I went to Ghana. And it was just like you're saying. It was wonderful. The people are beautiful. The food, the
Yes.
scenery, the landscapes, everything is so beautiful. I can't wait to come back. So, one of the
Yes.
things I want to segue to talk about, let's see if we can. One of the things before we move, let's see what's on this next slide here before we bring the affordable. This is just where I wanted to
Oh,
go. The affordable cost of living. Ghana offers a low cost
yes.
of living compared to many countries. Housing, food, and transportation are all affordable and comfortable. Life on a budget, it said. Tell us a little bit about this experience.
Yes, so which is very true. However, let's not forget you need a job. You need money coming in to be able to still afford your affordable cost of living here in Ghana. Um, but speaking from experience per se, so all the time that I have been coming here, I've been using Airbnb. So Airbnb has really got rich off of me because I mean, you're talking about, so 2021, I came here in August 2021. I stayed all the way until February 2022. And then I left and I came back August 2023, stayed until February, March 2020. No, 2022, stayed till March 2023. Um, so I must say that it's not that Airbnb is expensive here. It's just that when you stay in a long time, of course, eventually you're gonna I'm not going to say run out of money, but most of your money is going to be
Mm.
allocated to trying to live.
Yeah.
So with
Hmm.
that being said, because I love being here, I decided to get my own place, my own apartment, which I am in right now as we speak. Um, the best part about my apartment is that I'm on the beach. Um, I'm not going to say which beach per se because I know I'm live. I want nobody to come looking for me. So I know, but I'm very close to Labadi Beach. I'm not far from Laboma Beach. For those who know Ghana, I'm not far from Osu. I'm about 25 minutes from all those places. Um, but yes, not only do I stay on the beach, I can hear the waves right now. So I know, but I they're crashing and doing their thing. I think it's going to rain tonight, but anyway, my apartment is a one bedroom apartment, one bathroom, um, living room, which they here they call it a hall. So I have a hall slash living room, small dining room,
Okay.
um, nice kitchen, big bedroom, and all of that costs me 120 a month, $120 per month for a one bedroom apartment
Mm.
on the beach.
Beach.
Yes. So let me just say it one more time.
Say it for the
$120
people in the back. Go
for the
ahead.
people in the back. $120 for a one bedroom apartment here. And I love it. I love my apartment. I've been through some ups and downs in this apartment. And when I moved in here, it was all different kind of colors. It had different patterns on each
I'm
wall,
sure.
different tape patterns. So I had to renovate, meaning get it painted, get it taken down, painted, all those things. And even down to like labor. Labor is very affordable here. I got my whole apartment painted for $40. Now, where do
Oh
you
my
find that at?
goodness. Never, nowhere.
Okay,
Not anywhere.
nowhere. So, what else did I get done that most people like? I got cable installed for $20. Let me just say.
Mm.
um, my light bill, they call it light bill. We call it electric bill in the States. So my electric bill is about since I've been here into my apartment, I've been in here at least since I've been back to Ghana for the last 2 weeks. I think I paid $20 for electricity. And it's been running strong. It's been doing what it needs to
Amazing.
do. Um,
Amazing.
um, Wi-Fi, I do have Wi-Fi. That's how we're talking at the moment. That's about $20 a month. No, I'm lying. About $30 a month. Um, what else do I pay for? Water is $10 a month.
Okay.
What
Wow.
else? What else do I
So
pay?
you, that's awesome.
Yeah, very, very affordable. But the thing is that affordable is not always nice because eventually you'll run out of money if you don't work your
Have a
money the way
job.
you're
Right.
supposed to, or if you don't have steady income coming in. Depending on what you're out here doing, you may it may not run out of money. You really need to know how. If
Mhm.
you don't know how to budget, you're gonna learn how to budget when you get here. Believe me,
So let
and
me
that's
ask you
because.
this.
Mhm,
Let me, I'm sorry to cut you off before it leaves
it's
my
okay.
mind, but being that you're talking about budget and money,
Mhm.
we also, you and I talked about how the great possibility of building businesses and creating your own cash flow and becoming an entrepreneur is really quick, and certain things that, because us in the US, is certain things in
Mhm.
the US that the natives in Ghana want but don't have. And so people with
Yes.
ideas and visions can go to Ghana and create their own business. And you and I talked
Yes.
about all types of possibilities and things that can be
Yes.
done there, which doesn't take a lot of capital and cash flow to start it.
Mhm.
So let's touch on that a little bit. The beautiful natural landscapes, explore the stunning waterfalls and rivers. We know that's there. Visit the sandy
Mhm.
beaches and clear water of the Atlantic Ocean. We know that's there. Hike through
Yeah.
the lush rainforest. Experience the diverse wildlife. And so let's talk about I brought it to the next clip, but I want you to, to speak to that we just mentioned. And then we have so many questions in the chat. We're going to get to them.
Okay, no problem. So, wait a minute. So your question is,
in terms of
About okay, about business. Okay, so
entrepreneurship. Yes.
um yes, definitely. You can come here and be an entrepreneur. So I always tell people that, if it's something that you always wanted to do in the States and you didn't have the capital to do it, or maybe it's just too many loopholes you got to jump through just to, get started to have your business or to do this and do that. Not just Ghana, but Africa is a wonderful place to get started. It's a place to get started because they need everything. And it's not because they're like poor, 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 but there's things that's just not here yet. You know what I'm saying? That you can come and invent, or if it's something that's been on your heart and it's a business that you always wanted to do, and it's like, doing it here, it's gonna, in the States, it's gonna cost me 10,000. It may not cost you 10,000 here. It may cost you 3,000, 2,000, 5,000 just to get started. It's a little bit different being here. I know in Rwanda, if they give you your business license in 4 hours, all I don't know all the ins and outs, but from my understanding, if you know what you want to do, you got a little plan, you got it, and you go and do whatever you want. It's easy to just do your dreams here, but like I said, money is everything. Capital is everything. So if you got the capital, come and build your life. Come and build a house if you want to build a house. And I'm not saying these things is just like very easy to do. Of course, there's steps and requirements and this and that, how you go about it. But that's I think one of the greatest things is that people are coming here and building their house, for 50,000, 60,000, 100,000, less than that sometimes, maybe a little bit more, depending on what you want. So, there's people who always wanted their own house, who always wanted to maybe build their own house or just have their own house. You can come here and rent a house if you want. What I love about the houses, they're not row homes. I'm not hating on row homes, but I'm just saying they're not row homes. You get your own plot, your own land, your own security, your own everything. And you could probably rent a house here for about $200-$300 a month, a 3-bedroom house, a 4-bedroom house. Wow. But like I said, and that's not just Ghana, I mean, I know people in different countries who just living it up, doing nice, and just making it work. So, but Africa is the place to be. It's not perfect here, of course. But when it comes to business, so many Black people are here. So many people just popping up, just building things, making things, creating all kinds of things. Like it's a lady here who I always think about her because she came from, I think, Canada, and she opened up a burger spot. And she was like, I never cooked a burger in my life. I never cared about a burger, nothing. And now she got burger spots all over. And I think it's called Crazy Burgers or something. And she put like macaroni and cheese on her burgers. And that's what make it crazy, right? But people love it, right? They love it. They love something different. Ghana, the one thing about Ghanaians here, or just the culture, they love to eat.
You told me about the fried chicken. You said the fried chicken, we come over there and put a chicken spot up. You said that will just take off because the fried chicken, they don't make it like
they don't make it in the US. Like us. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's true. We use flour. They don't. They just season it and drop it like it's hot, and you get some nice chicken. So yeah, I mean, poultry, farming, agriculture, anything you want to do is very, 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 very possible here. Ghana is beautiful. I mean, Africa, period. And what I love is that I'm around Black people. I'm around Black faces all day. When you in the States and other places, I'm not hating on, I'm not racist once again, but you'll see a little other color here and there. But what I love about being here is that I see my color all day long. I see Black people, different shades, different colors. I love that because I feel like the majority. Because when I'm home in the States, I feel like the minority, like how they describe us. I know I'm not a minority, but it's the feeling of it all, the racism that you can feel it at this point. Exactly. But when I come here, all of that I just brush it off, right? And I go back into my African mode, and I become who I want to become, and I do what I need to do, and I become a part of this culture. It's not easy because I don't know everything. I'm not speaking the language yet, guys, so don't ask me to say nothing because I'm not going to say nothing yet. That's a shame, right? I've been coming here all this time
No, I
and
can't
still
even
not
talk.
saying anything but a quiet.
I cannot talk about you. I go to Amsterdam so much, and when I go back, they start talking to me in Dutch, and they just stand there waiting for me to respond. And they're like, "Wait a minute,
Oh
Pastor
my
Sheila, how
gosh,
many
Dutch.
years have you been coming here? How many years?" They even send me home
Exactly.
with
I have
books,
no
and I'm like,
excuse.
I know a couple of words, and then they'll stand there and wait for me to respond. I know some words in Dutch, some words in Papiamento from Curacao, but as many times as I've been to these places, they are so upset with me. But Dutch is so very hard to
Yes,
speak. So I know exactly
I can
what you mean
imagine.
about learning the
So,
language. No, but remember we talked about our DNA. You and I was talking, as you know, I've had my DNA. I took the
oh
DNA
yeah.
years, I've had it for
Mm-hmm.
some years now, and I saw how they split the pie with all these different places where percentage 20, 30%,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Togo, 70%
Yes.
Ghana, 1% European. And so we talked about that. And you mentioned to me that
Yes.
there's a place in Africa that you mentioned that if I had even 1% of it in my blood, they give you citizenship. Where's that?
Yes, that's Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone,
Hmm.
if you do your DNA test and you have just a small drop of Sierra Leone in you, they give you your citizenship just like that.
It's
So I love
amazing.
that. I don't have any in my blood, but there's plenty who do it, and they get together and they take that trip to Sierra Leone, and they usher them in and make a ceremony out of it, and it's very nice.
That's
Ghana hasn't
powerful.
gotten to that point yet. It's not that they don't give citizenship, but they do it different. But I love the fact that Sierra Leone don't waste no time. And another thing that just happened too is that in Kenya, the president of Kenya just made a, I don't know what it's called, but he allowing Black Americans. I don't know if it's all Black people from everywhere, but I'm just speaking for us, Black Americans, to come to Kenya and don't have to show any visa or anything. He said, "Why do
Mm,
y'all have to pay to come in? Pay to come in back home."
mm,
So he
hmm.
has done that. He's the only. That's the only country that has done that for us because at this point, for me, I'm still paying visas every time I come. Now my visa right now is 5 years, so that's why I get to come and go, come and go, come and go, and come and go until I become a citizen. But
Right.
I started out with 3 months to 6 months to 2 years. Now I'm 5 years.
Of
So
course,
I
you
don't know.
live in. Listen, you in Ghana 4 or 5 times a year. That's why when you just left a
Yes.
month ago, you had so many suitcases, and you was like,
Oh
you
my
called me.
gosh.
I said, you said, "Cuz I got so much stuff." I said they're gonna charge you at the airport, and you was like, "Well, I want to
Yes.
take this, but I don't want to take that." And I mean, I'm just so proud of you, cuz that you made this
Yes.
leap. So this is vibrant and growing.
Thank
And then after
you.
this comment, we're gonna go to the chat and answer some of these questions. Ghana boasts of
Okay.
a rich culture, heritage with over 100 ethnic groups, experience a warm and welcoming people, vibrant music, and colorful festivals.
Oh
Then
yes.
rich
Yes.
history and culture experiences, which you just spoke about. Ghana is home to a rich culture heritage, including the famous kente cloth, traditional festivals, historic landmarks like Cape Coast Castle. I've been there. Oh, that's the place
Yes.
where we know what happened there. That's a
Yes. We know
very
what happened there.
heart wrenching, broke down your heart in
Oh
pieces
yeah.
when you go to
Mm-hmm.
that. I mean, you walk in that place and smell where our people, you see on the rocks inside the walls, how our people with chains, how
Yes.
you
Definitely.
see they
Yes.
open up the boards in the ground where they used to drop women down and close them up in the ground because they wouldn't sleep with
Mm-hmm.
the massa. They show you, I mean, I was in there, I had to come out. I was filming, but
Yes. It's not easy.
it became so much, so
Very emotional.
emotional. And then they took and
Mm-hmm.
showed us the door of no return.
No
And
return.
that's where the
Yes.
beach is. You walk out and you would get on the boats and they would move out
And you
people.
never come back.
You would never come back. Families were split. So I'm telling you, my experience at Ghana was something. But that part,
Yes.
that
That
Cape
part.
Coast Castle, Jesus, I'm telling you, oh, I know you've experienced that. Let's look at this
Yes.
last
A few
slide.
times.
Yeah. So thank
Yes.
you
Every
for
time I go
considering. Hmm.
to Cape Coast, I do pay my visit. I do, go and pay my respects and I don't need a crowd. I just go. I only been a few times, but I just go and just
It's rough.
You know,
It's an
it's not easy.
emotional.
Yes, and
It is.
it's two of them. I think you went to the
Yeah,
Cape Coast one.
I did.
It's Cape Coast and Elmina. So
Yes.
yeah, yeah, it's definitely not easy.
Mm-mm, not at
It's
all.
very sad. It's like you kind of speechless with it because it's one of those things that you got to experience yourself. You
For
know, you have to
sure.
go and see for yourself and just, and it's
Yeah.
not just one. You know, every West, almost every West African country has a slave dungeon. They had to hold us somewhere. It was a
Yeah.
lot of us, so they had to put us somewhere in the
Your
meantime, in
sister's here.
between time, until they shipped us off to where they wanted us to go.
Your sister's in the
Yeah.
house.
So
Hi, Donna.
and I don't know if
Hi,
people know this,
Donna.
but by the way, people think that yeah.
That's your sister. Uh huh. She's
I was gonna say that like most people think that that's my auntie Donna. That's my
uh
mommy's
huh.
sister. Yep.
That's
Hey,
your
Aunt
mom's
Donna.
sister. Yeah, I tell you, it's too
I
many
was gonna say
Ingrams.
that like most people think that most slaves too many Ingrams. I know Ingrams in the house. I
Angles in the
can't
house,
see,
but in
but
Philly, when it's
I seen her name pop
too
up.
many, I'll show you. Too many Ingrams in Philly. I'm like, when I come, I'm like, wait, who's this and who's this? Well, this is your first cut. This is your second. This is. I'm
Oh, I
like,
like
too
that.
many
Hey,
Ingrams.
Queens.
There she is. There she is. All right.
Yes.
So
You know, we
continue.
can't
Uh huh.
help it. We very strong and tough. It's a lot of us.
Let's get to some of these
So yeah, I was
comments.
gonna say that a lot of
Charmy,
people don't know. A
go
lot of us
ahead.
don't know that. Yes, let's get to the comments.
No, finish your comment first, and then we'll get to the comments. Go ahead.
Me
Finish.
or the comment?
Uh huh. You.
Oh, I was gonna say that a lot of people think that during slavery that most of the slaves went to the United States when they didn't. They went to Brazil. They the ones that had the most slaves out of everybody. But I just wanted to put that out there because we think sometimes I know when I'm talking to people they think like, oh, America just has, you know, we're the only ones that have slaves. I'm like, no. And we didn't have the
Yeah.
most. It was Brazil. They had the most South America to be exact.
South
But yeah,
America.
so
Okay. Let's go to these
yeah,
comments.
they got the
Let's
most
get
out of
through
all of
some
them.
of these comments now. So and then Ninya says,
Okay.
she's asking, she says, Charmy, is there something, a landmark you recommend seeing if we visit?
Okay, yeah. So just like we were just talking about the Cape Coast Castle, the Elmina Castle, definitely that's like one of the major landmarks for Black people. Mostly so for diaspora people from the outside coming in, more so Black people because it's where we left from. It's where this not all of us, you know, we all left from different places, meaning West Africa per se, and sort of like East Africa a little bit. But I would
Mhm.
say that the slave trade castles, as they would call it, or dungeons, is a number one place for African Americans. Sorry, African Americans, not just African Americans, but Black people. Period to visit. Um, they had
Yeah.
something here called the Last Bath, where the slaves took their last bath before they got on the ship and or was shipped away. So that's something that I haven't experienced yet, but I will be in the next, I'm gonna say 2 weeks or so. Um, So what else is here? I mean, of course, they have museums here. They have the is it WEB Du Bois EB Du Bois Center
Mhm.
here. They have Kwame Nkrumah, all kinds of things for him because you know this is where he's from. This he was first president of Ghana. So wow, I mean
It's a
the
lot.
waterfalls.
Oh,
Ghana got plenty and many of waterfalls. So if you love waterfalls, if you have never been to
yes.
one, you know, you only see it on TV, come on to Ghana so you can come out and visit many and plenty of them. Um, Ghana does have a park here, one of the parks that I know of. I haven't been yet, which is Mole National Park, where they have, you know, the lions, tigers, and bears. Not bears, but you know the animal. You know, you can go to the
The
reservoir
animals,
and
safari
watch
type
and look
thing.
and ride around and see the animals. So that's something I like there. So you can always go to, you know, places like that where you can see where the shea butter is made, pick from the trees, the shea fruit and those things. I have a friend who just actually He just came back. Yeah, safari type thing. Um, Ghana is known for cashews. They make cashews here. They make cocoa. They known for their cocoa. Cocoa. I think they're number two in making cocoa. Hot chocolate, or not hot chocolate. Let me not say hot chocolate. Cocoa. They're number one in distribution of, number two, I think, country with distribution of cocoa. It's so many things. You have to come.
Uh-oh. I knew it was going to start acting up, but this is so interesting. Don't you guys? I mean, is this not a wonderful, wonderful chat that we're having with Charmy? And she'll be back every time she drops off. I told her if she drops off, she'll be back. So this is absolutely wonderful. I'm going to get to all of your questions. I think I see Sir Hale's questions. I see Eric. I see some other questions. I think I am up to she is back. Let me bring her back. I told you
Yes.
that we are blessed because her and I couldn't even get this much. She must have dropped off at least 10,
No,
15 times
exactly. I'm surprised.
before.
I'm over here
Praise
praying,
God.
like,
Praise
Lord,
the
please.
Lord. Yes. Praise God. So let's get to this next comment is
Yes.
I think it was the question about, hold on, I moved it, about let me find it. Uh this question, oh, I've heard, well, Enya says, I've heard wonderful things about Ghana. We'll put some comments up in a little while on the screen right
Yes.
now. I don't want to mess with the time because I know her Wi-Fi is acting a little crazy. Here we go. Charmy, did you experience culture shock? Let me put the comment on the screen. Did you experience
Yes.
culture shock? That's the question.
When I first came, the very first time I came in 2017, yes. I thought we us three, we was like, where are we? Why are we here? What are we doing? People was everywhere. People was in the streets. No one went to sleep. The music playing all night. We wasn't used to that. Just loudness all day, all night. Just, and nothing bad, but just people up hustling, doing things. I think another culture shock for me was the different level of poverty. Like we have our own poverty too. But the way their poverty is kind of different from ours, the way they live. But what I love about them is that even though they're in poverty, not everyone. I'm not speaking of everyone. One thing about the Ghanaians is that they hustle. They don't play no games. They get up early in the morning. They in them streets. They hustling. They trying to get that money, to feed their families, to do whatever their dreams and goals are. So I
Mhm.
love that push. I love that. What's the word I'm looking for? That hard going. And what I love too is that they're happy. Like, you don't see a frown on their face. They're not sad, begging you for things. They do it with pride. They do it with ego. They do it with happiness. And I'm not saying they don't have bad moments, but I like that about them. I like that they can hustle. Things they may not have it all, but they find a way to do it in peace.
Yeah.
We're not over here warring and fighting each other for food and drinks and killing each other, and you know it's none of those kind of things. People come, they work here, they work hard here, and it's very
All right.
encouraging. It's
Here's
very
another
encouraging.
question. I don't like bugs. Neither do I. Do you
Uh-oh.
see a lot of them?
Well, no, I don't see a lot of bugs. Well, the funny thing is they have what they call them geckos. They do have those running around like little lizards.
Ooh.
So you have to get used to those. They're about this big, some smaller, but they're big and they'll run around. And they'll even come in your house and they'll crawl and run all around your ceiling and things like that. So when we first came, we was afraid because we're not used to no little lizards running around. Maybe a mouse, something like that. But they quicker than the mouse. I mean, they run around, they do those kind of things. And then another thing is the mosquitoes. Oh my gosh. So the mosquitoes, they're very vicious. So that's why you're encouraged to take malaria medicine because they will give you malaria. Unfortunately, I had malaria in 2021. December 2021, I caught malaria from the mosquitoes. And I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. fighting for my. Now I ain't gonna say fighting for my life because I wasn't dying. However, I was in bad shape from it. I was in bad shape from the malaria. So, I suggest you do take the medicine, or the antibiotic or whatever they give you to help yourself, because malaria is no
Yeah.
joke. It's not easy. It wasn't easy. It wasn't hard either, but it wasn't easy. Um, oh my gosh. I just
Yeah.
know I fought and I'm alive. I'm here today, thank God. But
All right.
so I suggest, but far as bugs, no. You don't have to worry about any other bug other than the mosquito. Every no I haven't, flies come around when you're eating. That's everywhere. But far as like things crawling on you and creepy little this and creepy little that, none of those things. No raccoons and possums running around jumping out on you at night. No rats, none of those. And I'm not saying these things not here. I don't know. I never seen it, but so I feel okay, about it. But no, no more, no bugs that
Okay.
I know of. No bugs other
All
than
right.
malaria. I mean, other than those mosquitoes. They vicious.
Yeah.
They very vicious.
Michelle
The ones that
Michelle
come out after
Spain.
8 p.m.
You see the
Uh-huh.
comment? Michelle Spain says, I remember taking that medicine before I came there too. You're right. You go to the doctor and you get pills and all kind of stuff before they allow you in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Michelle Spain says,
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely
Yeah.
coming. She says she's definitely coming. And then we have another comment
Yes.
right here. How much, let's put this comment up if I could get it. Okay, it's a little delayed on my end.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, how much is the in American money? I guess she's talking about
How much
the
is the American money?
transferring. You
Okay.
know how I know when I was going to these places, the American dollar used to be the power dollar. Now, forget about it. You go to Europe and stuff, and
Okay.
they look at the dollar like it's a joke. So, how
Yes.
much?
Like the transferring. Yeah. So as of now, yes. Our dollar is slowly dropping, slowly
Mhm.
dropping. Okay, so I was saying that our dollar is slowly dropping. So let me say, back when I first came last August 2022, when I first came, I don't know how to really explain it, but let me just say that the money, Ghana money, it was it was low to the point where we were, meaning people on the outside was able to gain more of their money, and they weren't gaining too much, because inflation. It was around the time we had that big inflation thing, whatever. So now, as of today, the dollar is kind of weak. I hate to say it, but it's the truth, because I'm not like normally. Back just say 7 months ago, if I traded in $100, I was getting back like 1,500 of Ghana money. Now, when I trade in $100, I'm getting about 1,100, and that's because the dollar is dropping. But once, I don't know if it's going to ever go up, or I don't know how to say it, if it's dropping or going. I don't know. Whatever. However, I know that I'm not getting as much as I would normally get
Yeah.
some time ago, and I know a lot of that has to do with what's going on in the economy
Yes.
and the world, and
Money is
this and that,
changing.
and China and Russia
Currency.
and all those kind of things. So I don't
Yeah,
know what's going to happen in the
exactly.
future.
Exactly.
Yes, the currency is
Exactly.
definitely
The
changing.
currency, because China and Russia, it's a whole thing
So
going on.
yeah, like
Hmm.
the other day I got back. Mhm. Yes. So like, yes, the other day, maybe 2, 3 days ago, I traded in $100 and I got back 1,100, which is okay. 1,100 of Ghana money, but that money goes so fast. Believe me, it don't last in your hands too long at all, because it's
Yeah.
it's always something to get. Um.
Okay, we have another
So
comment.
I'm not
Look
going
at
to
this
say it doesn't
comment.
last, but
Oh,
if
I'm
when
sorry.
you
I thought you were done.
mhm.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't want to interrupt you. I thought you.
Wait,
Wait,
what?
I'm getting a
Four
delay with
bedroom
you.
for 400.
So, Sir
Okay.
Hill
I
says,
can see
"Wait,
it though. It
what?
says,
Four
wait, what? Four
bedroom?
bedroom for $400.
What?
Me and my
Me
family packing now.
packing now." Yeah. And then Sir Hal also has another comment. I'm glad you are highlighting the pros of Africa, Ghana. So many people don't
Yes,
know
I
how
mean,
many
it's very
opportunities
affordable. I
exist.
mean,
I know we're delayed. There's a delay.
Oh yeah, it's so many. I mean, it's so many African Americans here building all kinds of things, doing so many wonderful things that words can't even explain. And not, like I said, not just Ghana. You're talking about Gambia. There's so many people in Gambia doing it up. You got so many people in Sierra Leone doing it up. You got people in Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania. Tanzania is a nice, beautiful place, affordable place to live, from my understanding. I can't wait to go there. Um, and oh, let's not forget our beautiful South Africa. South Africa is,
It is.
tell them, cuz.
It is.
South Africa is yummy. Oh my gosh, it's like living in the States, but it's not the States.
Yeah,
It's definitely an African feel. It's a totally different atmosphere from Ghana. Ghana
it
to
is.
me is the real deal Africa,
True.
Africa, and then it's like South Africa is like the
It's
suburbs
upscale.
of
Yeah,
Africa.
true.
If I had to say, it's
True.
upscale, but it's not
Yes.
upscale where you feel like you don't feel like left out upscale. You can
Right.
handle it. You can, because it's even, people say that South Africa is cheaper than Ghana as far as living and things. So, and I have been to South Africa where I paid cheaper for some things than I would in Ghana. But yeah, South Africa, man,
Yeah, it's beautiful.
words can. So
Beautiful.
that's my, I'm not sure where I'm gonna live per se. Like where I want to, like, not say live, but where I really want to land at. But South Africa is definitely on the radar because it's
Yeah,
yummy,
it is.
And
It's
it's funny. They just
beautiful.
had their first winter. They just had their first snowstorm in a long time a few days ago. They had a snowstorm in
That's
South
funny.
Africa. Yeah,
Yeah. I
and
remember
that
I
one I don't
remember
look
in
forward to.
South Africa wanting to go to Soweto to see Nelson Mandela's house. And that was an experience
Oh
too,
yeah, you
just
gotta
like that.
go. It's
Yeah,
lovely.
I did. And that feeling that I had, I
Yes,
brought back all
yes.
kind of books and everything. And when I went in, they have all his furniture still in his house. His
Hmm.
clothes is still in his house. The
Everything,
kitchen, everything is
everything was
set
still
up.
there.
It was nice.
Yep.
Very, very nice.
Yep.
So, Africa is a place
Yes,
that we
guys,
really
y'all have to
have to
come to
go.
Africa. Come on through.
Your auntie is saying
Yes,
amazing
come through. Come see it
information.
for at least one time. If you don't like it, definitely, definitely, definitely. It's not perfect, but nowhere is perfect, right? Nowhere is perfect. Not even in the States is perfect. So come and see your people. Come see where you're from. Come see where you left, where your last ancestors, grandparents, whatever has left from. I encourage people to do their DNA test just to know, and they got the African DNA test where they tell you where your first mom come from. So your mother's 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 mother. So at least you'll have at least be connected to a tribe. That one is
Yeah,
like $300, but at least you'll know like what tribe that your first mommy came from, and what tribe
yeah,
did your first daddy come from. And we're not just talking about your mom's mom and your mom's dad. You talk about your dad's mom, your dad's dad. It's so many
yeah.
sides. So at least you can at least know what you mixed in with, because we're the only people or culture that don't know who we are. Now, I'm not gonna say we don't know who we are, but we don't know who we mixed in. If you ask us, where you from, you're gonna tell them the city and state, right? You're gonna say, well, I'm from here, but I was born down south. You don't go no
Hmm.
further than down south. But
That's true.
if you was to ask a African person, a person from
Yeah,
here, where are you from and who are you? They can give you the whole rundown. Well, my mom and is just say she's an Ashanti. And then my dad, the tribe for him is Airway. They can break it down all the way and tell you who everyone is, but we don't have that. We don't have that
that's
yet.
true.
So it's
That's so
something that we
true.
need to work on, and hopefully we'll be able to identify who we are and who where we
That's
come
true.
from. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the goal.
that's awesome. That is so awesome. The root system. We need to know
Mhm.
the basic root, the every root, where we're
Yes, we need to
from,
know who we are.
who we are. So, I mean,
Hmm.
this has been an incredible
Yes, because we're
conversation.
the only group of people that
Oh,
don't know.
that's true. Listen,
Yes.
Charmy, this has been awesome. God was so gracious to us because we couldn't stay on. We had a trial run, I don't know from what time. And then she came on, she dropped down at least 10 times. I said, just keep coming back up. And by faith, I'm just gonna go live. And God did it for us. See, just down the faith the size of a
Yes, he
mustard
did.
seed.
He's nice
When
and calm.
listen, when
Yes,
everything comes against
yes,
you, you
yes.
gotta break through and push through. And that's what we did tonight. We
Amen.
pushed through. And so
Amen. Yes,
it's
we did.
amazing as far as your DNA. I have done the DNA
Yes,
a while ago, and once you do it, you go in the ancestry, you drop it in, and then I can see 12th the lineage of my 12th cousin. I don't even look at that because that's so far down. And then I found out, so
yes. It's amazing, right?
I was surprised with so much information, how, the part of
Yes.
the bloodline that's in me, and it changes. We know that.
Hmm.
And then the GED, the
Yes,
get
it definitely
match with
changes.
the get match goes into it's just awesome. And the males, what's so
It's
good
a
about the
lot. Yeah.
DNA, the male have triple information over the female because the male has the double information. The female has
Wow.
that single, right? So I'm
Right.
trying to get my brother to do it. But listen, guys, you are wonderful.
Hmm.
Thank you
Hmm.
for being here. Sir Hale is saying great conversation. And we thank you for being here. Sarah Taylor is saying, tell me about
Thank
Dad's
you.
background. Amazing. Your aunt is saying amazing information. They're saying they love it. Thank you. Thank you. This was great. We are going to bring her back
Thank
once she
you.
gets settled. Her and I are thinking about doing a couple of things. We've been talking a couple about some stuff. We've been talking. And being she's there, I don't have to be there. And so
Yes.
that's a place you're talking about.
Yes.
You want to be an entrepreneur and you don't have the capital. You don't have the capital to start in the US because it costs so much. And you can just go back to the motherland and you can bring that vision. There's so many ideas that are not there, especially
Yes.
the bread and breakfast. Those houses make crazy money when you can
Yes.
rent a house
Yes.
for 300
And
and
just so
have
you know,
Mhm. Go ahead.
there's I always tell people this story. There's a couple in, I think, Rwanda, if I'm not mistaken. I was listening to a lady talk, and she was saying that this couple visited, I want to say from the States, and they wanted ice. They always wanted ice in their cup. We love our stuff chilled in the States. And everywhere they want ice, 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 but there is no ice. Some of these countries, I'm not going to say don't have ice, but it's not something important to them to have or to use. So because of that, because they couldn't have access to ice, they pretty much opened up an ice business in Rwanda. So they started servicing like the hotels, conferences, and now they like millionaires from that. So something as simple as ice can help, can bring an income and actually make you a millionaire, or whatever that you desire,
Right.
So
Absolutely.
think about what you want to do, because Africa needs you. They want you here. They love you here, and it's not perfect, and everyone here is not perfect. But for those who are, and those who do want to help out, and you can link with, and you know build the business and hire the people here. They need jobs here. It's one of those things where it's needed badly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of jobless people, just like in the States. But the goal is to give back when you come. So if you do open up a business, hire the people so they can make money. They can take care of themselves, take care of their families. um what else? And
Yeah.
I suggest to just come
Yeah.
and
And if
relax,
you
come and
do,
have
and
fun, come and
if
see
you
for
want
yourself.
more information, she's saying come, I'm saying come.
Yes.
I hope to see you in December for the big, huge event that is there every
Oh
year.
yeah. So let's not
I'm
forget about
hoping
the.
I
Mm-hmm.
hope to be on the plane coming to you for that particular event. And the name of that event again is
Yes, I invite everyone to come to Ghana in December. December is like a hot month since 2019, since the year of return, when Ghana invited all diasporans from the four corners of the earth to come back and to, just come home. He said, the president of Ghana said to come home, and he shouldn't have never said that, because guess what? Everybody is leaving and coming home.
yeah,
Everybody's packing up. They packing up everything. They cat, they dog, they fish, everything. And they just taking the leap of faith,
Yeah.
and they just
Yeah.
coming to see if we can make it work, and
Yeah.
I
What is
love
the
the
name of
fact that
that
whenever
event
people come,
though?
they are at.
Charmy, what is
Oh,
the
the
name
year
of,
return, the year return.
and it's a concert, or it's remember you talked about
Okay, so yeah, oh, Afrochella. Yes,
that
Afrochella
one.
is a big thing. Yes. So basically, it's a big concert every year that Ghana gives. Not every year, but since 2019, since the year return. And basically, it's like a mixture of the local Ghanaian artists, Nigerian artists, and even some of our own artists. Back in December last year, who was that? Meek Mills came and turned up and had a good time. And Chance the Rapper even gave a free concert with Erica Badu, T Pain, Dave Chappelle was here, and it was free. It was free. So all those things are coming up soon, like November, December, where it's our time. It's our time to come home and get together. It's like a big barbecue, a big picnic. We get together and we turn up, we laugh, we sing, we dance, we eat, gain a lot of weight, and go home and lose it. And it's just like culture everywhere. Around that time, it's just people everywhere from all over the world. I mean, you'll come. It's hot, so you'll gain like 5 pounds, but you'll lose it too because it's hot, as they say. We say hot,
It's
they say
they
hot. So it's very
hot.
hot here.
Hot.
It's very hot. So it's
uh,
yeah, yes,
all
very
right.
hot.
All right. All right. So
So
guys, thank you.
yeah,
Okay, go
so
ahead.
come
You can
through.
have your finishing words. You're done?
No, go ahead. I'm
Because
done.
you will be back. You will be
Yes,
back.
I'm
We
done.
will
Thank
bring you
you.
back. And the reason why I'm
Yes,
not
I will
cutting
be
you
back.
off,
Definitely.
it's a delay. So like I'm not cutting you off. There's this whole delay with
Yeah, I
how quick I'm
understand.
getting your words. Yeah. So listen, we thank you so much for being here. The chat is on fire tonight. We got people up
Thank
in the
you.
bleachers, the balcony, up there in this spacey area. We thank you so
Oh,
much. I pray that
hey
all of you have
y'all,
hit that
come to
thumbs
Ghana.
up, that thumbs up button. Please hit that thumbs up button
Yes, hit the
for
thumbs
me tonight.
up,
Hit
share
the
your
thumbs up.
share. What they say? Thumbs up, share, and subscribe.
I'll check you out.
Yes, thumbs up and subscribe to my cousin's beautiful page and web. I mean, I'll say webcam. Beautiful page and
Broadcast
podcast. I'm sorry,
channel
podcast.
podcast.
Yes, so
Okay.
represent channel. There you go.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
been a
yes,
great
yes.
night.
And
It's been wonderful. Wonderful. I want you to come back. I
yes.
want you like in a few months or so.
Anytime,
And not
anytime
even that.
I'm
I'm thinking
around.
about doing something else special with you on this platform. So maybe you can have
Okay.
some people, some of your friends in Ghana, right? The Ghanese to come on and
Okay.
we can have a conversation about their experience being a native person from Ghana and their perspective on things that seeing the view, the
Yes.
lens, what the lens they look through. And so we'll talk about that off camera.
Yes.
Everyone is thanking you. Let me see. There's another comment before you go. They said thank you. They said this was awesome.
Okay.
They're saying great conversation. So listen, I told you my cousin was going to bring it tonight, and we just pressed through, and God was so good to us that we lasted this long. So let's give God a big
Yes. I'm
thank you,
surprised. I'm
thank you,
so happy.
thank you,
Yes.
thank you, thank you, Lord.
Especially
And
considering
so
all the trials we went through.
I'm
Yes.
telling you. So we'll see you again. All of you stay well. And Charmy, I keep calling you Donna. I've been calling
Yes.
you Donna all night. Charmy, stay right there while I close the show. Don't move, okay? Don't
Yep.
move. All right. Good night, everyone. Remember, when nothing changes, nothing
Okay. Bye,
changes.
everybody. Thank you for having me. I'm around. If you need, if you come to Ghana, hit me up. Yes. See you.
All right. Ciao.